Hey guys, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's Mom's Day.
Yeah.
So we got a fun little meal for you guys this week for our family meal. So we're gonna go through this box here and show you what you got. Bob?
I have a little bit of a deli of ricotta gnocchis, asparagus, and butter. And with that, it's going to have a little base of a brown butter lemon base. That's going to be delicious. Also a marinated beet salad with some citrus. Also a garlic emulsion, and with that, it's going to get a little bit of feta cheese. Shrimp cocktail sauce.
Can't have a Mom's Day without shrimp cocktail,
That's
at least
right.
not at my house.
James, what do we have here?
We got, looks like what we've got is our little curried cauliflower, fingerling potatoes, and a lovely coconut curry. We're gonna roast that off in the oven. Porchetta.
That's for the big meal.
Ramp sausage stuffed inside of there. Our whole brine chicken, which is probably gonna be our longest cook time here.
A little bit of focaccia.
Focaccia bread to enjoy with dinner.
This ham and cheese sauce is actually going to go with that chicken. This caper pesto is going to go with that porchetta. Also have a lemon blueberry mascarpone cake. A bunch of herbs.
Bottomless box here.
I know, a bunch of herbs is going to go with everything. And then watch this one. Oh.
All right, so first thing we're gonna do, guys, when you're ready to start cooking this, open up this bag of chicken. We're gonna get it on a roasting tray. This is brine, so you shouldn't have to season it. I'd wait till it comes out to taste it. You can always add salt later, but it should be good to go. And for our purposes, we've already got one of these in the oven. If you're familiar with trussing, you can kind of grab a piece of twine and wrap it around and tie the legs up, kind of props it up like that and squeezes those muscles. So we think this is going to take about 45 minutes minimum, and then at least a 15-minute rest time. So,
but you'll want to bring that up to about
and we're gonna
160,
165 in your oven if you have a temperature probe. And we'll have instructions for you to follow to make sure that time is right at a 350-degree oven. Once that comes out to rest is when most of this other cooking is actually going to happen in this meal. The rest of this stuff shouldn't take much longer than about 15 minutes. But our porchetta, we're also going to open that up. We're going to put that on another sizzle tray, sheet tray. That's going to go in the oven probably for about 15-20 minutes while that chicken is resting. And this again also seasoned. If any seasoning needs to be added, it would be added after it comes out. And the sauce for this, we're just going to let this hang out at room temp. So that's ready to go. You can put a little oil on your pan if you'd like to. About to get a little oil over there.
Boom.
Get a little extra sizzle and caramelization on that. Same thing with this focaccia. This is going to go in with the porchetta and with the potatoes and the cauliflower. We figure these are all going to just roast in your oven for about the same amount of time. The focaccia, you're really just reheating, bringing it up to temp. And the potatoes and the cauliflower, same thing.
James, what temperature are we supposed to bring those up to?
Well, all food should come up to about 165, potatoes and cauliflower, and same thing with the pork. Same temp as the chicken. If you get it hot, you're going to be in good shape. 165 is a good benchmark. The focaccia, it doesn't really matter. You can just bring that up to the temperature that you want to serve it at. But we figure that'll probably take about 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. Let me show them how to organize these herbs here.
I love it.
So we're gonna have 3 dishes that are gonna get herbs. There's going to be the potato and cauliflower. We're gonna have the beets and also the porchetta as well. So you're gonna get a bundle of herbs. We're just gonna have all this product and we're just gonna divvy this up together. So I have 3 sheets here. It's gonna help us organize what we actually have here. So that potato and cauliflower is gonna get all these scallions. So we're just gonna set that aside for that. We're actually just going to mince that, chop that up. The parsley, we're actually going to split this up into half. So half go for that porchetta, and the rest of it is going to go with this. So we're actually just going to start chopping up these herbs for the beets as well. The chives themselves are just going to be sliced chives, nice and fine. This is a great opportunity to work on your knife cuts as well. As you can tell, I'm actually slicing these. It may look like I'm just chopping, But I'm actually slicing these. My knife is pretty sharp. As James saw today, I was sharpening it just for this video to get these nice little chives. Once these chives are done, we're gonna move into this parsley and mint. Kind of get like a little chiffonade. And if you don't know what a chiffonade is, we're actually gonna make a little bundle here. So we're gonna take all our mint, take it off the stem, set these to the side. Same with our parsley. Pick off the stems. We're gonna roll it into a little bundle. Chiffonade is just chopping one way or slicing one way, but we're actually gonna do two ways. Just kind of break it down a little bit more. So we're gonna gather it in a little bundle, just kind of stack it on top of each other. Stack, stack, stack. Kind of roll it together like so. There's a little stem right there. And then start slicing across just like we were the chives. Now you can leave it like this and it'll spread throughout your beets just fine. But if you want to take it a little bit further, you can X-hatch it. So you just come across the other way, turn that bundle, just give it another chop. And it breaks down your herbs pretty well for even disbursement. James, should I just go ahead and finish off this beet salad here?
Let's make it.
All right. Now to finish off this beet salad, we're actually just gonna take our beets, and we have all the citrus is on top, and you have your dressing, which is in the container, and you have a little bit of your feta cheese. We're just gonna peel off this citrus on top, because we're gonna dress that, or we're gonna use that as a little garnish. Take our beets. Now if it has a little bit of excess liquid, you can drain it off by just slightly cracking the lid and get rid of some of that extra liquid. But this one's pretty well drained, pretty well packed. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Now I tasted this earlier and it tasted like it didn't really need much salt, but you know, we'll just add a dash. It should be fine. A little more olive oil. Now we're ready for an actual plating. This one can sit out for a little bit.
Or you can chuck it back in the fridge till you're ready.
That's right.
Easy thing to prepare while your chicken's roasting.
I'm just gonna chuck these out on a plate. Now I did end up with a little bit of juice in there, so I'm just gonna kind of strain it off with a spoon. We're gonna take our herbs. Just kind of sprinkle it on top like so. Take our citrus right on top like that. This is called the sprinkle method. As long as it's just evenly dispersed, it's gonna look real good. Take our little bit of feta right on top. Looks like we gave you more than what you need, but you can gauge how much you want to put on there. I'm just going to put on about half. Dressing. I'm just going to drizzle some over the top. And since we have a little bit of herbs left, I'm going to take the herbs. I have parsley for it. And then we're gonna just finish up sprinkling. Dish one, ready to go. Nice, bright, refreshing, lots of acid in there. James, what we got going on next?
Well, we can, if you got people over hanging out and they're hungry while they're waiting for food to eat, this one's real quick and easy. Grab a bowl. These shrimps are seasoned and delicious. Little cocktail sauce in the bottom here. Pound of shrimp. You could easily leave it in this container, but it's Mom's Day, so we should probably make it look nice. Give this cocktail sauce just a little bit of a stir. Tends to firm up as it chills. And I always like to remind people to have another little cup for the shells. And then You got this lemon for your shrimp as well. I like to just take it around the outside like that. And you can see that there's just a little bit of a seed in there. You can take those away. We're going to save half of our lemon for our gnocchi, or a third of it at least. So we got some wedges here. Grab another plate for that. One for lemons, one for shells. Good to go.
Shrimp cocktail. Dish number 2. Hey, you want to bang out another dish?
Sure, let's bang one out. So, just one sauce to heat up here, guys. We'll get this sort of warming nice and slow. This is our smoked cheese sauce, which is going to pair with your chicken cordon bleu. So it's just ham and cheese. As you can see, there's plenty of cheese in there. We're just going to get this going. Nice and low heat. We got plenty of time to heat this up, so if we go too high a heat, we don't want to scorch on the bottom, so just go nice and slow. Keep stirring it as you go.
Hey, we're gonna work on this asparagus and ricotta gnocchis. Now it's gonna have a brown butter lemon sauce, and the way this kit is built is you're actually gonna make the brown butter yourself. And then we're gonna finish with a little flavor packet filled with lemon, garlic, shallot. What else do we put in here?
Lemon, garlic, shallot, more brown butter.
More brown butter.
A little bit of
brown butter
artichoke.
Salads. Artichoke, yeah. It's gonna be nice and bright. But in order for us to make this brown butter, we gotta melt this butter first. And what we're actually looking to do, this is on a medium heat. We are looking to toast milk solids. So the first thing you do, you don't want to melt this butter too fast. You want to melt it at a medium pace. But what you're looking for is a little bit of a smell here. You're trying to get to kind of a nutty, kind of rich aroma from the butter, and just a little bit of golden color for your milk solids. Now you can see the brown butter better in a stainless steel pan opposed to a black pan like ours. But there's a clue right there. A little bit of browning of milk solids right on this back side. You can see it on the very bottom of this pan. I don't know if you can get that, Jolson. Has that even showed up at all?
Yeah.
But that's what you're looking for, a little bit of brown butter. Now, if it goes beyond that brown butter, just start new. It's definitely well worth it. Once we're to that brown butter state, I love that fragrance, that kind of nutty fragrance. We're gonna drop our asparagus in here. It's sitting all at the top. We're gonna drop in our gnocchis as well. We're gonna give this just a little bit of color. So you should see just a little bit of sizzle on your asparagus. And then we're just gonna let it sit for a minute and give it a toss after about 45 seconds to 30 seconds. And we'll flip one over here to see where we're at.
Oh, it smells delicious.
That smells great for sure. These gnocchis are gonna be nice and solid, soft and pillowy, but it'll have a really nice kind of milky flavor to it. We dropped some fresh herbs into those gnocchis as well. As you can see, that brown butter is starting to stick to those gnocchis. And we're really just trying to get to a point where we're really just heating up the gnocchi and getting the slight cook on that asparagus. Give it a couple tosses here. Good amount of fat, which is great. I'm gonna add just a small pinch of salt because that asparagus is unseasoned. Just right over the whole thing. Another small pinch as well. I'm just gonna let that cook. Let's go ahead and check on our sauce here. Now the key with really thick sauces like this is you really do want to start off really slow on heating these up. Break it up a little bit as you're kind of working it through. Fold it over, but you're just trying to distribute that heat as slowly and as much as possible, especially in the beginning. But that's going to get finished really, really soon. And if you want to do this in the microwave, heat up this sauce in the microwave, it's no problem. Just zap it for about 1.5 minutes, get back in there and stir it. So you're distributing that heat. Normally that solid stays a little bit of, keeps a little bit of that chill, but you just want to stir it before you finish microwaving it. Back to the asparagus, give it a little pinch, so it'd be medium to firm. It's looking pretty good. And you're gonna take your base mix, just chuck it over the top. Let it sizzle. We're gonna turn it off after we drop that in there. It's gonna reduce slightly. Toss it, toss it, toss it. I am gonna turn this back on. Looks like I'm gonna reduce it just a little bit. Get a nice consistency. That butter's gonna emulsify in. Whoa, that smells good. James tossed me a little lemon from our lemon that we cut up earlier. We're just going to squeeze that in right now. That'll be a nice addition. Off she goes. Our sauce just came together with a little bit of boiling. It's not broken. And that's the consistency of our sauce. Give it a little taste. That's delicious. Back to our plate here. Mom, I hope you enjoy this one. I love you. I love you, Mama. Dish number 2, ready to go.
All right, so before we chuck these potatoes and the cauliflower in the oven, we're just gonna cut these potatoes down a little bit, just so that they're the same size as the cauliflower, so they all heat through at the same amount of time. You can do it a couple different ways. You can just kind of take and cut them into chunks long ways like that, or against the grain, or we can cut them long ways and then in half. And if they're a little bit smaller, you probably don't just need to cut them once. And of course, that just makes more food for everyone, just like that. Good to go there. How's that sauce taste?
Smoky. Smoky and delicious. Ooh. Ooh. That's good.
Wow, what a treat.
So this is our chicken currently right now. We're gonna throw our probe into a couple different spots. Looks like we're about 125 right in the middle of the breast, kind of pulling it out. $145. We're gonna probe in here as well, just see where those legs are at. That should carry over to where we want it to be. But you want to probe that chicken in the thickest portion of the meat.
Close to a bone.
Yep, close to a bone. Which means we're gonna throw in this porchetta. We're gonna throw in those potatoes and cauliflower.
Well, this looks delicious. Put some birthday candles in that, cut it at the table. Let Mom blow them out.
Now for those potatoes and cauliflower, we're gonna heat this curry sauce up as well. Same thing, just heat it up really slow. Mix as you go, low and slow, until it gets a little bubble, which shouldn't take too long, just a couple minutes. But that'll be to finish off our potatoes and cauliflower. Now we have some scallions for these cauli and potato, just to finish it off. I'm just gonna slice them on a little bit of bias, because I just think it looks nicer, and that's really it. As thin as possible, slight rock with a slice, so you don't bruise your herbs. I'm just gonna set this to the side for James to finish off a dish. We're also just gonna mince this parsley as well, and that'll be for our porchetta whenever it's finished. I feel like I need a kid jumping on my back.
I know. Or stealing something.
Yeah. Or sticking his foot in the cake. Parsley, quick mince. One way, drop it the other. You can mince it as fine as you want, but that's good enough for me. And that's ready to go whenever our porchetta is finished. Herbs, done. Chicken, done. We're temping at 145, going up to 146, 147. We're gonna let that rest for about 15 minutes, 10 to 15, right?
Yeah. All right, we're there, guys. We're gonna finish this up really quick. Got a nice roast on our cauliflower and potatoes. I'm gonna take these out and just drop them into a bowl. We're gonna take a little bit of our sauce. We're gonna give these a little bit of a toss. Just so we get everything a little coating of that beautiful curry sauce. You can just smell it. It smells so good. We'll taste it, make sure we don't need to add any seasoning. Just add a little sprinkle of salt. And the rest of our sauce we can put down on the plate. And then we're just going to bomb that with all of our scallions.
I think this is gonna be a real big hit.
Smells delicious. Tastes even better. Porchetta's good to go, nice and hot. And I'm just going to cut this into some slices here. So kind of like cutting a steak. Just kind of treat it like a steak. It's really hot. Holy moly. Put a little sauce down on the plate. And then, Bob, you want to hit that with some herbs there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure you dust that rim with those herbs.
And then the rest of the sauce you can just leave on the side with a little spoon for anybody that might want to try it and take a little bit of their own. Focaccia good to go. Slice that up really quick. Slice it into as many pieces as you want for however many people. I'm just going to go in half. So she's just kind of falling apart. Still really hot. So these excess juices, if you want to use these, you can drop these, actually drop them into your cheese sauce. The cheese sauce will just take those up and just kind of whisk them in there. Add a little richness, a little fattiness to your sauce here. Some of that nice chicken juice. Or you can just leave it on the side and dump her over your chicken.
Add some lemon to that. That'd be a good vinaigrette too.
Add some lemon. So we're just gonna take this guy right down the breast there. It's perfect. Look at how juicy that is. She's a beaut. And there's a little bone right here. Pop right through there. Take that leg. Juicing. Go ahead and take this leg. Leave that for pickings. Those are chef snacks right there. I kind of just want to leave this on the side. Hit the sides of these. That is some gravy right there.
That looks fantastic.
All right, guys, that's simple. 45-minute chicken roast or so, bring it up to 165. Once that's pretty much resting, all this other stuff can go in the oven. Make your salad, your gnocchi right ahead of time and enjoy some shrimp while you're waiting.
From us to you, Happy Mother's Day!